Move, Buzz. Either get in the picture or don't. Alright. If you guys are new, let me know. So that I can get you on this free list, okay? Can you see that? Let me know if you can read that, because yeah, instead of just saying it a million times, I feel like this is probably better to do. Jenna! So Jenna, that would be really cool. Like, I know everyone loves the shit out of you. And honestly, I think we'll do a lot better if you're here. Because you're amazing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing right here. I'm just gonna... Okay, so yeah, let's just get started with some of them. Hi, you guys. If you want a reading tonight, then just look in the description and kind of read what's going on and how that works. Basically, you can donate if you want a reading like right now. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait in line. You don't want to wait to be called. I get it. So that's why that's there. But if you do want to wait, you don't mind waiting, you want to stick around, chat, and hang out, then definitely do that. And, you know, we'll see if you get called. I'm going to take priority, you know, on the new people that are just subscribing like today, new people. So yeah, those people, whoever's new here, let me know, because I do want to get you in there for free so that you can understand like what the readings are like and see if you like them or see if it resonates, you know. And everyone else, I'll be choosing at random, so we'll see what's going on with that, and we'll see, you know, who gets called. So try to be here. Try not to leave. If you do and you get called, you're going to be skipped. I'll just move on to somebody else, just because, you know, there's other people waiting and everything. So let's get started with someone at random. Unless there's new people. Let's see. Okay, Gerard, do you have a question? And you guys, if you do want a reading, just go ahead and post your question like now, and just keep posting it, you know, throughout the reading, like, or throughout the live. Just keep posting. Like, just keep posting it, and I'll see it eventually, hopefully. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody, of course, but I'm going to try my best to do as many as I can, and focusing on the newest people. Of course, if you do want a reading and you're new or you're returning and you don't want to wait, then you can donate, and then it doesn't matter if you're new or returning. Obviously, you'll get your reading like right away, so if that's something that you're interested in, then check that out in the description. All the information's there. Or lovely Jenna, my moderator, is, you know, she has all that information there in the chat box for you guys. Oops. Just lost a card. Okay, got it. Okay. Hi, Kay. What are my love interests? Okay, so this is for Gerard. What are my love interests, Ian's current feelings and intentions towards me after we messaged each other days ago? Okay. So let's see. First, we'll start with her energy towards you. Well, he or she, their energy towards you. Gerard. What was the person's name? Ian. Ian. Okay, so what are Ian's feelings toward Gerard now? Ooh, that's weird. Okay. Well, this could give us some insight since this came out. Gerard, what are Ian's feelings toward Gerard now? So, potential, hope, they wish for the best. With these two here, it kind of seems like they just got out of a situation that kind of like screwed up their stability, and now they're wanting nothing but something stable and like not dramatic, not chaotic, nothing crazy, you know, and they just kind of want the least drama as possible. Here we have, this is the Aquarius card, so it could be that you're involved with an Aquarius, or maybe this person that you're asking about is an Aquarius, or maybe you are. And, you know, if not, then it's just basically saying, like, they are hopeful for this. They have a lot of, you know, positive thought about it, and they see potential in it, and they're hoping for the best. I feel like they were just with somebody who was pretty, toxic. And now they're wanting to just kind of, like, you know, have stability. So let's see, what else here? What are their intentions with you? I think, first of all, what we should note is that their intentions in general are to have something stable, and so, you know, they're trying to build a foundation. They're trying to kind of build from the ground up and save all the money that they have and just kind of, like, not be wasteful and not be careless. You know, they're really trying to, like, hone in and bring it back and try to, like, build themselves back up, because whatever happened before with the last person that they were with or with the situation, they felt kind of like off, you know, like now they're trying to build back from something that, you know, obviously they felt kind of broken down. So now they're trying to just have some security and stability, and they're not really looking to anybody to give that to them, but they're definitely expecting that to be something that's a priority for you as well. So, you know, not to ruin their whole way of, you know, the, you know, lifestyle they're trying to have now. So there is some fear and anxiety, which makes sense. I think they're a little afraid and apprehensive, you know. They're not just so gung-ho about getting into another relationship, but they're just worried that something is probably going to happen again bad to them. Like, they're looking on the positive side with you, but then it also is, you know, scary to just go ahead and, like, jump into something. So it probably will take a little bit of time for them to, you know, open up or be very comfortable around you. Yeah, see, it's going to take a little bit of time here. This card is showing, you know, this character in this card is obviously watching this garden grow, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that garden to grow to its, you know, fullest potential, its greatest potential. So that's kind of the same thing here. It's like it's going to take a little bit of time, but, you know, they're hoping for the best, and, you know, just kind of try to prove to them, maybe if you can, that you are a trustworthy person, you're a stable person, and if you can do that, then obviously you'll have a better chance. But as of right now, it's just kind of like letting it happen naturally and just not pushing anything too crazily, because, you know, they already have a little bit of anxiety. So, I mean, it's like if you try to force something or push something, not saying you are, but if you did try to do that, it might kind of scare them off. Like, why are you trying so hard to, like, push this? Like, give me a second. So just, you know, let it happen, let them go at their own pace, and basically try to just prove, if you can, if you're not already proving that you are, you know, somebody that they can trust and that they can, you know, rely on. Not like rely on full, like, wholeheartedly, you know, because they're not looking for that anyway, but just, you know, somebody that's not going to be a jerk, or somebody that's not going to be, like, careless, you know. Of course, Asia. Hi, Joe. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with you, for sure. Mars in Aquarius. She had a heartbreak from her ex. Yeah, so she's kind of just trying to, like, come back from that. That's funny, though, and Mars in Aquarius. So it's kind of interesting that Mars is in Aquarius for her, because we're talking about her looking on the positive side, and the star card there is talking about her looking on the positive side, you know, her being her, but Mars is also, you know how somebody takes action or what their drives are, so it's interesting that would be her Mars. Okay, will the Aquarius try to come back again? This is for K. I don't do yes or no questions, K, but I will look at the details of the situation, see what we can find out here, and usually, to me, that, like, kind of means that we can get more information instead of just yes or no. So here we have the Cancer card, first of all, and also, if there's no Cancer involved at all in this situation, that's fine. But the energy of this card is basically talking about how, you know, you see these two sphinxes at the bottom. So this guy here is going to go in one of these directions. He can't go in both directions. He has to choose one. And they're going to lead him in completely different directions. So he has to choose one direction. And so it's kind of a time of, it's not really a time of contemplation necessarily, but it's talking kind of about after the contemplation. So it's like making that decision. So somebody has to contemplate the decision they're going to make in this situation. Let's see what else we can get. Again, two of, well, it's not again, but I mean, this kind of reminds me of two of wands. So it's like two different, you know, sides of the story, or two different ways you can go about this. And this guy here, he has the world in his hands, you know, so, and then he also has the world around him. So he's looking at the world around him, and he's looking at his world in his hands. So it's kind of like, it's up to you at this point to make a decision here. I wouldn't be surprised if that means like you're going to be offered something, or maybe you're just going to have to make the decision between, should I get over this, or should I, you know, wait around? So that's, you know, obviously it's going to be up to you what you decide to do, but you're wanting to know if he's going to come back. So let's see what he's going to do. If we can find out what he's up to right now, or anything that's been going on with him, and what he's feeling towards you, to give us a clearer picture on this. But basically for you here, it's basically saying, before we give you the rest about this guy, it's like, you got to know that, you know, you can make a choice here. It's not just like whatever he wants to do, you know what I mean? Or the Aquarius. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, or a man or a woman. Okay, so did you guys argue a lot, or was there a lot of tension between you guys? Because it seems like that would come back around again. Like, it would kind of be hectic and a little bit chaotic. I mean, it seems like, you know, with the World card here, it kind of, maybe that's why it's telling you you have a choice, you can make a choice. Like, you don't have to just go into this just because it happens, or if it comes back. Because it kind of seems a little dramatic. It kind of seems like something that's like, kind of not so great, you know, kind of like not really very pleasant, kind of, you know, you guys argue, or there's some kind of like tension here, and it could even be with other people involved too. It's not just like you two, it's like other people also. Like, there's just arguments and tension and just like bad vibes, you know? Yeah, so it's kind of funny because, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he does, just because this is kind of showing, you know, as time goes on, as you go out, you know, and around through the world, time passes, and, you know, time goes on, and through the year, these are the 4 seasons, because it's the 4 fixed signs on each corner. This is Leo, the lion, Taurus, the bull here, Scorpio, the phoenix, even though Scorpio's the scorpion, but the phoenix here, and then Aquarius, the star card. So it's the fixed signs, and it's basically saying like all 4 seasons, as we go around the year, as time passes on, as we move on and on and on, world keeps spinning, right? So as we go throughout this time, it's kind of like a cycle, and the cycle just comes back around and continues. So what it's saying is basically, with this person, it would be the same thing. Like, it would not really improve, it wouldn't progress, it wouldn't be something different. It would be exactly what you've already had, which is basically something that's showing a little bit of tension and bad vibes and toxicity. You know, some like arguments or bickering. You know, just like there's tension, there's clash. Like, you guys don't exactly just get along perfectly. I mean, it's kind of hard to get along with Aquarius. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. My boyfriend's an Aquarius, so he's right here, and I'm just making it funny. But, yeah, so, I mean, it kind of shows that it would be the same thing, and it would be chaotic a little bit, you know? And that wouldn't even just be with just you and him. It would, or this Aquarius. It would be with other people, or, you know, other people are getting involved for some reason. I do see your guys' donations. I'm going to get to those right now, okay? Let me just finish this one. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to get to those right now, so don't worry about that, okay? I see you, and I'm not going to forget. So, yeah, and it's showing that you will be heading in a certain direction with this. Like, it's not like you don't know what you're going to do. It's like pretty much this will be leading toward, well, I guess you already know. Because basically, the High Priestess is all about, like, she already kind of knows things. Whenever I get this card in a reading, I always think, okay, so whoever I'm reading for obviously understands what I'm saying, or what I'm putting out there, what I'm talking about, what I'm getting at, you know? That's kind of what the High Priestess tells me. So with this, it's saying you're going to be going in a certain direction if you allow this, right, to play out, because we do have free will, so we don't have to, all of these cards, they're just cards. You can be like, no, I'm not going to do that, and then obviously the outcome is going to change, because this is not set in stone. You can choose something different if you'd like to, you know, or they can. So, but as the cards read, if you did allow this to continue and be the same cycle as it's been, then you would be headed in a direction that only, I guess, you would know best. You know, like, you know exactly what direction that would be going in. So even if you feel like right now, like, no, I have no idea, just sit with yourself and think about it, because you do know. You know. And you know, like, basically it's saying if you allow this to happen again, you know where it's going to go, and it's probably going to be the same thing you've been getting. You know, so it's kind of like, that's probably why it was telling you that in the beginning, like, oh, you have a choice, because you don't have to choose the same thing and just get the same result, because it's going to feel the same as it feels now, and you don't want that, do you? You know, so you kind of have to just be conscious of it and actually choose a different way if you want something different to happen, you know? You can't expect something different to happen and be doing the same thing. Oh, Gerard. Yeah, no, I did notice it. It's just that I don't always add every card to the reading. I'm kind of a sloppy shuffler, honestly. So when I drop cards, I don't always add them to the readings, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's missed, or the message, you know, I missed a card. Like, to me, I just don't, it's not always like that. Like, I don't, every reader's different. I don't always include every card that I drop. Sometimes I will, but I usually don't, just because I drop cards all the time. You'll see. You'll soon see. So don't worry about that, okay? Okay. Right on, Kay. Good. Okay, so Joe. So I got 2. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. Got you. Okay, got you, Joe, and then, hang on, there's one more. Asia. Okay, got your question, Asia, as well. Okay, and if you guys are going through PayPal, make sure you send to a friend so that it doesn't charge me, so that it doesn't, like, make me pay for part of that, because it charges it, it sends me it charges me basically to do the reading in general, and that's not what we want, right? So that doesn't really make sense, you know? So make sure if you use PayPal, that you're sending to a friend, okay? Because there are 2 options. Some people in different countries won't be able to, like there's India and what was the other one? Nepal, I think? Or something. I think it's Nepal and India, or I'm pretty sure those are the places so far that I know that can't send to a friend, but everybody, like, if you're in the US, you should be able to send to a friend, so please do that. Okay, hi, Pink Rose. Okay, so Asia, let's see really quick. Hang on, I have to see who sent it first, just to, like, be fair, you know. Okay, so Asia sent it at 9:23. Go, Bess. Go. Come on. Come on, Bess. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. And then, okay. So we're going to go with Asia first, and then Joe. So Asia, you said, what are Josh's feelings towards me, right? Sorry, my dog will not leave unless I go, so that's why I had to kind of do that. So what are Josh's feelings towards me, we want to know? And Joe, go ahead and post your question so that I can see it when I come back. And thank you, you guys. Okay, let's do this. What are Josh's feelings for Asia currently? Can you see anything about how he feels for Asia currently, please? Okay, still trying to make that decision himself, I think. It's kind of like, I feel like maybe there was a past relationship that he kind of had a situation where it was like, maybe he made some wrong decisions, and so now it's kind of like he's trying to make sure he doesn't make wrong decisions again. It could be that he just doesn't know if he doesn't want to be single anymore or not, or if he just, you know, it's, I don't really think it's like personal. I mean, maybe he gets a vibe from you, but either way, the whole situation here, basically, I'm saying, is he's trying to make, you know, he's not going to be like moving too fast. It's like, at least right now, he kind of feels like he needs to feel it out first and make the right decision for whatever reason that is. You know, it could be because of you, it could just be something that he's, you know, himself and his past or whatever it is, but he's going to be trying to make the right decision. He's trying to use his better judgment right now and see if this is the right thing, so that could mean he's interested. I feel like you already know basically exactly what I mean by that. Like, maybe you know about a past relationship he's had, or you know that, like, he feels that way about, you know, you, or you know that, like, what I'm saying here, like, you feel that, like, he's kind of trying to take it slow or be easy, like, take it easy and not just, like, jump into it. Okay, so he could be, you know, not really telling you how he feels either, like, trying to walk around it, or maybe you guys kind of do that to each other. It's kind of like you're sneaking around each other, like, kind of not really just being straightforward, you know, which is, might cause some problems, you know, but, whatever vibes you pick up from him are probably correct, just because the High Priestess is here, so obviously, you know, that usually means that you know intuitively kind of what's going on in the situation. Yeah, this is all about honesty, you know, being straightforward. Also, I get Taurus here, the Taurus card. There could be an air sign as well, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but basically, you know, the King of Swords notes, he touches on the whole being honest and straightforward thing, like not being very emotional in communication. Like, we're getting to know each other. We don't have to be emotional and like all involved already. I mean, it's just like getting to know each other, but be straight up and straightforward about who you are and what you're about, because you don't want something to, you know, come out later or be uncomfortable or disappointing later, or just like you just don't want to, you know, not be straightforward about who you are because you're getting to know a person. So I think the best thing is probably to start saying how you honestly feel, and them as well. Obviously, that's up to them if they want to do that, but from what you can do for now is that, you know, you can't make them do that, but you can try and be honest yourself and see if they, you know, catch that vibe and try to do that as well. But basically just be straightforward in all your dealings with this person. And also, this could be something that turns into a commitment or something serious, but then again, I do want to note that you should be honest, though. This came out first, so it's kind of like not honest, you know what I mean? It's kind of like someone whether it be because they're shy and they just don't know how to say it, or they're trying to avoid dealing emotionally with things. They're like kind of trying to go around things, and they're not being straightforward. And then the King of Swords is here saying you can be honest, you know, like you should just be cutthroat. You don't have to make it emotional or personal or serious and all lovey-dovey, touchy-feely, all like sensitive. You just have to be honest, and then the commitment can come in. But other than that, you know, if that doesn't happen, it's going to be based off something unrealistic, basically, and something that's not even real, something that's not even honest. So it's like you might have disappointments later if you know, get involved with somebody and you don't really know who they are, and they don't know who you are or what you're about and things like that, you know? So basically it's kind of saying, like, if you keep doing this, like sneaking around, not saying how you feel, just kind of being like, go around, like, you know, beat around the bush kind of thing, like not really be straight up, then it's, you know, there still could be a commitment, but it's, for some reason, the King of Swords comes out first, so it's obviously trying to tell you, like, this is going to be an important factor in the whole ordeal, you know? The whole situation, you gotta be straight up and not emotional about it. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just being straight up. Yeah, so for some reason, honesty is going to play a part. So you just have to remember that as you deal with this person. Like, something, you know, is obviously going to be made, you're going to be obviously seeing it happen. Like, okay, maybe that's what that was talking about. Just try to be straightforward and everything. Like, if you catch yourself kind of feeling like you don't want to say certain things, just try to, like, shut your mind up and just be, like, yourself, basically, because you don't want this person to not know who you are. And then later on, if they're disappointed or let down, like they thought you were somebody else, that could cause problems, you know? And same with you, you know, towards them. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely, commitment is definitely on the line here. Like, it's a possibility. This is the marriage card, but it also represents, you know, commitment on a smaller scale. Also, you guys could have respect for each other, kind of look up to each other in some way, or maybe you advise each other in some way. Like, so you see these two down here that are, like, looking up to him. So it could be, you know, talking about somebody is admiring someone or appreciating them, and, you know, maybe their intelligence, or maybe their humor, or just their sensitivity, or just, you know, how they are. Busy P, sit tight really quick, and I'll make sure to get to you, okay? And let's see, Joe, is Derek happy in his new marriage? Well, okay. Let's see. Again, no yes or no's, but you already know that. So let's see what we can get about Derek here in his new marriage or relationship situation. Well, marriage, you said. Okay, let's see what's going on with him. How is he feeling these days? How's Derek these days? Truly, not just how does he look, but how is he actually doing? What's the vibe we can get for Derek, please? See what I mean? I drop cards all the time, so I don't always add them to the reading. Derek, what is he feeling these days? Ooh, interesting. So this whole marriage deal, is this, like, shocking to you? Are you like, wow, how did he got tied down? Like, he actually got married to somebody? Like, that's not like him, because he's not one to stay with people for very long. If he is, then not with this one, you know? I mean, at least this is the vibe that he's getting, is that he's not going to be sticking around very long. It might not be that he's, like, because the Knight of Wands isn't really, like, they don't really think, like, this isn't going to last long. They think, like, I am into this, I'm passionate about this, it's, like, all, like, they're all in, you know, in the moment, but then they get bored and they're off to the next, you know, they come in with all this passion and they leave just as quick. So, I mean, it's not like from the outset he knows that it's going to be short-lived. It's, you know, at first it's very passionate, like, I'm all about this is so amazing, like, this could be the answer to all my problems kind of thing, like, very, very much into it. So, I mean, it could be that that's where he's at right now with it, but I don't see that lasting, just because, you know, the Knight of Wands doesn't usually last very long with people. He's in, he's out, and it's, you know, people are left kind of confused, but maybe he doesn't even know yet that he's basically gonna not want to be into it much longer, but he's married. So, see, that's the thing. If he's one to not really get married and now he's married, that would make sense, because Knight of Wands is so passionate and so into this in the moment that he might have just been like, shoot, let's get married, I love this person, I want to be with this person, and then, you know, later on, I don't want to speak death over his marriage, but it's just, you know, what the card means here in this situation. That's what I would see playing out. But let's see what else we can get here for him. Anything else you want to add to this? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. It's like, just what I was saying, but actually a little bit more intense, because it's not just like somebody getting over. I mean, it's a marriage now. You have to remember, this person got married to this person, so they're not just getting over it. Somebody's getting their heart broken. There could be a third party involved. There could be a third party involved. Doesn't always have to be that way, but you know, somebody's getting hurt from this, and then there's going to be a big, huge life change. Like, there's going to be a big, huge transformation after this, and you know, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's like, it's a marriage, might end, you know, that's going to be a big life change in general for everybody involved, so that sucks. But to answer your question, I feel like, yeah, right now he probably is very happy in it, like, unless it's starting to already fade, but yeah, I feel like, you know, at least at one point, this is a reason he got married, you know, he felt like it was the right thing to do, and he was very about it, and, you know, who knows? Like I said, the cards playing out here, they can change at any time. The outcome can change if you change it. Like, if he changes his mind and wants to stay with her, then obviously that would be a big change, and that would affect things. So, if that happens, or if something big happens, you know, come get another reading, but as of right now, I feel like this will be a short-lived marriage, unfortunately. But right now, he probably is happy, yes. Very happy, I'm sure. With that Knight of Wands there, you know. Passion. No problem, Joe. Okay, let's see. Is Busy P still here? Busy P. I'm gonna write your guys' names down, like the new people, just so I can keep track of it. I'll call you when I get ready to do your reading, and if you're not here, I will have to skip you. But if you are here, then let me know when I call your name, and then we'll give you that reading, okay? Okay, so, actually, yeah, Pink Rose was before Busy P, so let's go with that first. Pink Rose, go ahead and post your question, if you have one. Thanks for reminding me, yeah, because I was like, I think there was somebody else. And then also I see somebody, Ladine. I don't know if she's still here with us, but I'll put her down as well. Hi, Swati. Okay, Ladine. And then, okay, so Pink Rose. What's coming in love towards me? What's coming in love towards me? You want to use the Romance Angels for this one? Did you go outside? So tell me about Pink Rose, please, and what's coming in love for her. What's coming in love for Pink Rose? Oops. What's coming in love for Pink Rose? What's coming in love for Pink Rose? What's coming towards Rose and Pink Love? Pink. What's coming towards Rose and Pink Love, I said. What's coming towards Pink Rose and Love? What's coming to Rose and Love? What's coming to Pink Rose here? We want her to know about what's coming towards her. Okay. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This card is all about manifesting your ideal, well, your soulmate basically, but it's not necessarily saying that you are, I mean, unless, okay, what it's saying is if you are doing that, like, you have to know, you have to visualize, and manifesting, you know, it's very, I don't know, it's kind of complex in a way, but to me, it's just, if you can visualize in your mind what you're looking for in a relationship, like, not a person like, oh, that has a job like this, or makes this amount of money. I mean, well, I mean, you could do that, but what we're talking about is, like, the ideal relationship where you feel loved, valued, and appreciated and respected. You know, if you can imagine that and visualize it in your mind, like, completely, like a finished product, just, like, exactly the way you want it, and you know what that is and what that looks like, then when you get out there and start dating and stuff, you know exactly what that looks like. So you're not like, well, I guess we'll try it out, and, you know, get into a situation you don't want to be in, and you're, like, stuck and attached, and, like, you don't know. You know, it's kind of dangerous and risky, but really, if you know what you're looking for, then you can weed out everyone else and just know, okay, that's not it, that's it. So you're like, it's the person's coming towards you, you know, it brings you together because you already know what it looks like. It's easier to find each other. It's easier to find this person. So if you don't already have the ideal relationship in your mind, then I want you to start doing that, you know, start visualizing what that would look like, and start, like, you know, believing that that's going to come to you. That's what manifesting is about, basically. And you're not worried about it because you know it's already coming to you, but you have to know what it is. You know, you have to create that reality. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So remember, you might kind of be like, you're crazy, bitch, but it's just, that's why it's saying stay optimistic about your love life, because you're probably not too happy with that first card there about what, you know, it's up to you basically to create this and to see it in your mind first. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So I wouldn't be surprised if you meet somebody and you start flirting and all of that, you know, in the beginning, and then you just like hit the mother lode, the jackpot on this chemistry that you feel. So it's like start looking around and start talking to people and start noticing, you know. But first probably try to discover what it is that you actually are looking for so that you know what it is. And because if you get out there too soon, you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to probably get involved with the wrong person and then waste a lot of time. So just, you know, you don't have to like jump into it and rush, but just make sure that you're knowing what you're wanting, and then that person can easier find you and you can find them easier. You know what I mean? Like, what are you looking for? There's a specific way that you're looking for things to be. And I don't mean like every single check on the list has to be marked, but just the way you feel in a relationship is what you should be focused on. Not exactly what they do for a living or what they, you know, if they have a dog or whatever, you know, it's like, it should just be about like literally how you feel in the relationship, and if you're respected and valued and loved enough to where you're comfortable, you know, with that. That's what I'm talking about. And that person can easier find you. And you can easier find them. It says very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon. Okay, so start manifesting that shit, because it's time for you to figure out what it is that you want so that it can come to you, and then boom. You know, it's really not difficult. That's cool. All of those cards kind of played in exactly to the same message, you know? And also the fact that you're going to have to get out there and, you know, flirt with some people, and you'll find the person probably, you know, while doing that. Like, you'll, you know, don't just be isolated. You're not going to meet anybody being isolated. But I think first it's most important to actually visualize what that would be like, and then go out there and do that, and then you'll probably find them. If you are present, truly present when you're actually visualizing it, and you're actually believing that this is your future, you know, this is the person that you want to be with, and this is what it's going to look like and feel like, and then it will happen. Really not much to it, you know? Okay. Okay, Busy P. And Janice, go ahead and post your guys' questions. Of course. And good luck to you. Have fun with that, you know? Did you just want a general busy, or did you have a question? Oh, okay, got you. Why? Okay, is there a reason why Ben is telling my personal information to people and through social media? Because he's an asshole? No, I'm kidding. So let's see what's going on. Pink Rose. Let's see what's going on with this. What is Ben's energy towards you right now, currently? What kind of person is he, first of all? Is he a person we have to worry about? Okay. I think I already know what's going to happen. Or what's happening here. What is... Okay. What happened in the past here, most importantly? Because I think that will answer a lot of questions. What happened in the past here between... Busy P and Ben. Past here. Okay. Okay, so this person, I think, is interested in you, or was, or maybe you guys had something going on and they were heartbroken after you guys split or something like that, because it seems like they, like, this is the person that they are, which is actually a pretty, like, nice, sensitive, caring, supportive person, but, you know, now towards you, they're having to, like, they want to, like, escape, or they want to, like, go off on their own and try to find themselves again. So I'm like, what happened in the past? Because obviously this person's going through some shit. And not that that's any excuse for what they're doing. It's just that, especially with this being the person that they are, right? It's kind of like, what happened here? Like, they're feeling some type of way, right? You know, as they say, it's like they're feeling hurt or something. They're trying to retaliate, or, you know, there is some, like, hurt behind this. And obviously they are heartbroken. So I don't know if you guys dated. You may not have dated, but obviously they had some feelings. And in a way, I kind of feel like they were on the right track in their life. Either they saw you as this person, the Nine of Pentacles, like a person that's able to take care of herself and also nurture others. Remember, they're the King of Cups, so they need that nurturing as well, but they're also willing to give that out. So it's kind of like, maybe they saw you as this, like, ideal womanly figure or something that had her shit together and was able to also be, you know, nurturing, and they also could have felt like their life was starting to be on the right track, you know, with you in their life. And then there was this heartbreak and this pain, this loss, whatever it is talking about here, and now they feel stuck, even though they're not. They're keeping themselves stuck in their own mind, but they can walk away at any time. It's just that they don't really realize that. They're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of shit, a lot of healing. They're having to heal. I don't know if they're actually doing that or if they're avoiding it, but I mean, they are going through it either way. They're feeling like shit, you know? It would be best for them to kind of just face the pain they feel, but I don't know if that's what they're doing or if they're just kind of taking it out on you and trying to make you feel pain so that they don't have to. They feel like abandoned by you for some reason. Like, if you guys were close friends or dating, or if you guys had no relationship like that, they feel like hurt by you for some reason. Maybe you don't even realize that you did anything, you know? Or maybe you do, but I haven't looked at your comments yet, so you know kind of what they're saying, or what they're, you know, the situation with them. Okay. It's like he hired a PI to investigate me and is using the info against me. So he really never did anyone wrong. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying that he obviously had some feelings or something for you. Maybe it's not even that. I mean, I feel like it kind of is, you know, because, like, it could be maybe one of his friends had feelings, or he, like, there was someone who felt a loss from you, and you may not have meant to do anything. They could just be, you know, taking that out on you because they wanted something or expected something, didn't get it from you, which is not your fault, you know. It's not saying you did anyone wrong. It's just saying this is how they feel about it and this is why they're doing this. And either way, they're kind of putting it on you, and it's not something that should be put on you because this is how they feel. It's their emotions, their feelings. It's not your responsibility. So, is this something that you know to be, well, let's see. Tell me if there's, like, a private investigator or something, or if there's, like, anything else we need to know about the situation that is worrisome, or anything what do you want her to know about it? Like, should she be worried, or what does she need to know? What is the cause of this, or the reason, or, you know, what does she need to know about it, basically? Okay. There could be something legal coming out of it, like, you know, it could be a judge or, like, court or something, or some legal matter out of this. And it could also just be talking about somebody getting what they deserve, and that probably isn't, like, you. I mean, it could be, but I mean, I think it's more them. But let's see more about, like, somebody is getting its karma, or it's like things will be fair, things will be balanced out, things will end how they're supposed to, you know. So if you've been good, then obviously you have nothing to worry about. something to do with money or valuables. Yeah, the devil. So, devil. It could be addictions affecting the situation. It could just be a toxic person or a negative person. A person who is not evil like the devil, but it's just basically a thing that they're tied to. It could be an addiction. It could be about money. You know, the King of Pentacles is all about, like, valuables and material items and, you know, not just money, but just, like, stuff, things. And that's supposed to be representative of his worth. So it's kind of like a person who's very focused on material items and money, you know, and they think that's, like, everything. So that's the most important thing. So if this person is like that, then maybe they're trying to get money out of you or a situation. Maybe they're trying to, like, get back at you for something. But I feel like somebody at some point had feelings, and that's why they're kind of pissed off. Like, you rejected them, or you didn't respond to them the way they wanted, or maybe you didn't respond at all. Maybe you don't even know what the fuck. Maybe they never even made it apparent to you, but they think you're rejecting them. Like, why don't you just ask them directly what the hell's going on? There could be something legal coming up about this. Younger earth sign person. If there's a younger Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in this situation, I feel like more, though, it's kind of talking about money, the early stages, but also the immature, like a premature or immature way of handling this money situation that they're trying to get involved in. If you have money or valuables, they could be trying to get that from you. It's just a toxic energy in general, you know, with the devil there, but it's something that also they feel tied to, like they feel they need to have. Almost like it's a urge, or like it's a temptation, but it's something that's like almost like an addiction, you know? Like if they need, I don't know if they're just a shady individual, but this is what they kind of start out as. So I feel like this is a retaliation thing. And it could be maybe one of their friends or something. If you're involved with one of their friends or something, like you would know who these people know, and if you're involved with anybody, but somebody had loss. In, like, pain in the heart, not material items. I mean, it could have been material items that were lost. I mean, we did have somebody who had their shit together and then they lost something. It was painful. And if this person does value material items and money and stuff over anything else, then that could be what it is. You know, they're feeling stuck in a situation. Maybe they feel like they got the shit end of the stick and you got the better deal out of it. So now they're, like, going through it and they're trying to make you pay for it. They're going to sue, maybe, or try to sue, maybe, or just get you to not get something that you have, valuables that you have, or money that you have, or for you to give up something that you have. Oh, okay. Seru, let's see. Okay, got you. So Seru Love donated. I do see you. Hi Will. Hi Joe. Hi Angie. So Seru, go ahead and post your questions, please. I'm gonna get you guys down to new people so I can go back and see if you guys are here still. So Busy P, we have Janice, Kathleen, Angie, Will Johnson, Joe, Sunflower Love, yeah, I think that's everybody that's new. Alright, so we're gonna have to see if Sarah Love posted her questions. Okay, wanted to check Han's feelings towards me and his true intentions. Okay. Let's get rid of these first. And thank you, by the way, Sarah. Let's get your reading going. His feelings toward you, Han. What are his current feelings and intentions? What are his true feelings? Han. It's unclear. Maybe he doesn't even know. Really, you know? So obviously there's feelings there, but it's just kind of like, how strong are they? Because the moon here is talking about somebody who's like, it's not very clear, or maybe to you it's just not clear because they're sending mixed messages or something. This is also the Pisces card, so there could be a Pisces involved. What is Han's feeling? What are Han's feelings for Sarah right now? What are Han's feelings for Sarah right now? Okay, there's been tension. They're trying to break away from a situation that was negative for them, and like, I don't know if you guys have a past or if it's something in their past that was with all this tension here. It could just be something that they're involved in, like they've been involved with a lot of chaos in the recent past, and because the Fool here is talking about them trying to like break free of that, just like they don't even care, they're not even going to look first, you know, off this cliff here. They're not even going to look, they're just going to go, they're just going to jump. And maybe that's why they're kind of not sure how they feel about it, because it's something new and it's unknown and they don't really know how they feel about you, but they're kind of interested for sure, you know, obviously, if they're even thinking like that. But I don't know if they're ready to just jump in, even though they're kind of jumping away from something that was chaotic, so they're kind of like not sure where they're going exactly. That kind of sounds like Pisces energy too. And so it could be like they're just not sure about you, or they're just not sure about anything at all, you know, right now. But how do they feel about her? Well, I guess they don't really know. So obviously they're a little bit interested, but they're not sure if they want to jump in all the way, is what we're seeing, you know, as of right now, which is like, that's how they feel about it. So let's see what their intentions are. What do they intend to do? I feel like I already know the answer to this with this reading, but let's just see what else we can get. Anything else we don't know that we need to know here? That would be good to know here. What do we need to know about Han and his intentions towards her in the future? What is he intending to do with her? Is she safe? What do we need to know about the connection, or about what he's wanting out of this if he does decide to move forward with it? What do we need to know about this? What his intentions are? Okay. He intends to have what he wants out of it, and basically a commitment. Like, okay, so it's not necessarily like a selfish as what he wants, but I mean, it's like, there's people like cheering him on here in this card. Or there's people, it's getting a lot of attention, you know? So in a way also, it could be what society is expecting. Like maybe he's trying to do what is expected of him, like to not be further, to not make chaos even worse. Like he's trying to break away from that. But the last thing he wants to do is go against what everybody else is doing and be like, you know, against the status quo. Like he's not exactly a rebel here. I mean, it's like he's trying to get away from the chaos, but he doesn't want to like make too many waves, you know? So he could be doing something that's expected, or try to do something that's expected, or try to be this like model citizen or something, as to not cause more drama in his own life. But I think he is going to be getting a lot of attention for some reason, but he's going to be trying to do the right thing. So the thing about it is that like if he does get with you, it's kind of like, is he really in it for you, or is he in it for how it makes him look? And, you know, because he's being accepted better by his community or his society, or by people at all, you know? Is it because he thinks it makes him look better, or because he thinks that this is the right thing to do? But is it really because he, like, thinks about how, like, considers you? you'll obviously know the answer to that probably if you're, with the person. You can kind of just tell if they're really considerate of you or if they're always like, oh, we have to look perfect. But, so, I mean, it kind of seems like they're interested, but it's like they're kind of lost in a way right now. So it's like they're kind of worried about what people are thinking more than they're worried about how they feel or how you feel, is what it seems to me. So it's like maybe just try to make sure that they're in it for the right reasons, They intend on doing the right thing for what is expected of them. But it doesn't really talk about, like, feelings and emotions and, like, love, It talks about, like, very, like, just reasons, but not, like, about emotions, So I don't know if they're really into you or if they're into doing the right thing that's expected of them. It's kind of weird, but is there anything else about how they feel about her? Okay, that's weird. So I would say that they're going to probably try to come towards you at some point. And it could be like a committed thing, or like a thing where it's, more serious, but what are they feeling emotionally, though? Like, is there a reason for this, or is it like they have feelings? Like, what are they, what are they doing this for? Okay, well, they're trying to go their own way. Yeah, see, it's kind of weird because it's almost like they just don't want to be alone or something. So they're going to be fiercely independent, but at the same time, they don't want to be alone. It's like they've been abandoned or something, or they felt like they had to leave. Remember when the chaos thing happened for them in the beginning? So they had to, like, break away from that, and it's like, for them to do that, they kind of had to go against people and be by themselves for a while just to get away from what they're, used to being around. So it's like they don't like being lonely, but they also don't want to have to be told what to do or have to stay in a situation they don't want to be in. So they're going to be, like, independent and trying to look for their freedom and trying to, be able to take care of themselves so that they can do what they need to do and feel and leave when they want to leave. But they also don't want to, like, be abandoned or be left alone. So I don't know, it doesn't really say much about you. It kind of seems like this is about them, So maybe just be their friend, so that you don't get too, so you don't expect too much. I mean, if they're doing the right thing, they probably will do what you like or want. Like, they'll try to make you happy too, I would assume. But I don't know if it's going to actually be like a genuine thing. You might be able to know pick up on that by just being with them, but maybe not. Maybe they're good at hiding it. I don't know. But it seems like there's reasons behind, their offer. Just try to, like, get to know them first and see what they're about so that you can know, like, if they're really serious about you or if it's, like, a thing where they don't want to, like, be alone. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason you can't be, like, cool with them and friends and all that. I mean, you could be lovers too, but I mean, if you enjoy talking to them and shit, then why not? That's cool. I mean, get to know each other first, that's the ideal thing. Anyway, Oh, perfect then. You said, I like the way it's flowing and not worried about anything serious. Well, that should be fine. I mean, if you're not worried, then, why start? Why start worrying? Hi, Genesis, and Ashley. Okay, so Angie, you said you have to leave soon or something? Your interval is gonna be... You said you have to rush, so, okay. I think Janice was next, right? Will Romario try something towards me? I added him on Instagram. He was my bartender teacher. Thanks. Okay. Romario. Is he gonna try something towards her? Like, what do we see happening for them? Any connection coming in the future? Anything coming in? Communication, friendship, bars, drinks? I mean, what do we see happening with them? Anything? Okay, somebody's interested in money and material items and stuff and nice things, and or maybe it's just they're focused on work and making money. What is oh. It's kind of interesting because to me it kind of seems like he wants you to take another class or something, you know, spend money, or maybe he's just focused on money and he's just focused on, like, you know, basically how you met him. He's just very focused on, like, that, you know, making money and having stuff and just working and just having, you know, his valuables. But then it's showing, you know, he's willing to offer a hand. So it's kind of like if you were taking a class, he'd be offering you a hand, he'd be showing you the ropes, he'd be, you know, you don't know anything and he does. He's in this position and you're, like, not necessarily begging like these two are, but, you know, he has something to offer, right? And it's something to do with money, or it's something to do with some kind of something that's going to provide security, like a job, something like that. But then we see later on Lovers and then the Ten of Cups. So maybe this is kind of talking about, like, this is what it was, and this is what it's going to be. You know, like, this is what it could be, obviously, because it's not yet. But let's see if there's anything else we can find out about this. Like, how does it get to that point? You know, like, do you take another class, or do you get involved with him in business, and then he just realizes that actually he wants to try something else out, or, like, what? How does it lead to all of this? Like, how does that happen exactly? It's just the next day, he just, no. I mean, what's in between that we're not seeing here? What's the Lovers thing about here? Gemini? What's Lovers here for? Okay. He could be involved with somebody already, because it's showing that he's unsure about how to, like, he's weighing his options, basically. So one is just almost as important as the other, right? Because he's weighing his options. He's not sure which one he's going to go with yet. And it's not necessarily like people, it's more like material items, or like things, like, it could even be jobs, or like things like that would provide security or not. Like, if I stay with this person, or if I get with this person, that's going to change security in your life, or like stability, right? So it does affect your stability relationship. So maybe it's just like a whole way of life. He's kind of considering taking a leap, right? Because this Fool here. So he could be involved with somebody already. But he's kind of considering taking a leap, and it doesn't necessarily mean with you, but since we're talking about this whole lovers thing, and it could certainly be, directed at you, but, there's going to be this change. He's kind of like wanting something different or wanting to like break free of something, it's not necessarily a person, but just like a way of life or the way his life has been, or, what he's been doing, or, just like the Fool, he just kind of wants to take a leap in some way, some direction. But of course, that's going to be kind of like a big change, and you never know where it's going to go. So I think it's still, the Moon here is still showing like the uncertainty and the lack of clarity. Like, he doesn't have direction, he doesn't know exactly where he's going either. So it's kind of hard to say that he wants something he doesn't know. It's kind of like there is a possibility there, but it's like right now he doesn't even know. Like, I feel like if he does make that leap, then there's more of a possibility, but if he doesn't, then it's like he's not going to be doing, like, he won't, because I do think that there's somebody else probably involved, and he's wanting to take a leap and do a different thing and like take a chance on something. But if he doesn't end up doing that, then it's like, he's going to be in the situation he's in. But if he does end up doing that, then there's a possibility, and maybe you need to initiate, or maybe you need to reach out to get his attention. I don't know. I mean, but the Moon being there is kind of like saying he doesn't even really know what he wants, so I wouldn't depend on it or rely on it or get too excited about it, just because it could switch tomorrow. That Gemini, that Lover's there, if it is Gemini energy, then they're very like changeable. They're very like, one day they want this, the next day they want this. They don't even like stick to things very often, like very long. So it's kind of like iffy, and it's up in the air, and I wouldn't say it's really necessarily dependable or something to rely on, or something to get like, start like thinking is going to happen for sure, because nothing is set in stone in the situation. It kind of seems like it could happen, but it's not happening yet, and unless you try to initiate it, it'll probably just pass right by the opportunity. You might have to try to like put some effort out there and, make yourself known in that way to the person in order to catch their attention. They might have like a busy life or like other options and stuff. Okay, is S pregnant? Wow, okay. Well, again, I don't like do yes or no questions, but we will see what's going on in their life, and we should be able to see if the Empress comes out, or maybe even the Queen of Cups, and that would kind of indicate a pregnancy. But let's see what's going on with S. What do we need to know about them and their love life, or their health, if we can know anything about that. What is their main focus in their life right now? What's going on with them? What's going on with them? Okay, so they're disappointed about something, and it could be if you thought that they were pregnant, or you like heard they were, or there was something about that you feel pretty much was solid information, like a solid source telling you that. It could be that they're now having to use their better judgment because they're disappointed, and it could have been that this is like if you are sure that they were, or like what you heard was true, then they could have actually had some kind of like situation, like either they had possibly an abortion, or they something, it's disappointing and sad because something cut something like out of their life. It could be something having to do with that, but if not, I would say that there's an opportunity to communicate with the person, because the Ace of Swords is all about communication, mental energy, exchanging of ideas, talking, communicating, and aces are opportunities. So this will come and it will go, and you'll have to get it at the right time. But about the person, using their better judgment for something because it was disappointing in the past. If you guys have somewhat of a past, or you were friends or lovers or whatever it is, then you'll have the opportunity to speak your voice about it. Because it was disappointing how it left off. If this is about a pregnancy, though, I mean, nothing here really indicates pregnancy. I'm just saying if this is something for sure to be true, then that's what, it could not be anymore because something happened, and, devastating happened with that. But, because I'm not really getting anything for sure saying that they are pregnant, but there is something disappointing in their life that they had to take the sword, make a decision, or they had to cut something out of their life, or they had to like cut someone out of their life, or they had to like speak up, or they will have the opportunity to speak up about it. Maybe if you just ask them, they'll simply tell you. Yeah, there's something devastating that went down. For sure. So that would make sense that they're heartbroken about that, if that is the case. So, you know, if they were, if that's true, that they were pregnant, I don't think that they are anymore. And that's, you know, which is sad. But if they never were, then this could be related to, you know, something disappointing to them that's heartbreaking that they're going through right now. And if you talk to them about it, they may just tell you with that Ace of Swords there. But try to pick the right time to do it, whatever that time would be. Queen of Cups. Remember when I said that would be representative of maybe pregnancy? Well, I think if you're a supportive, in this case, since it's the last card here, I think if you're, and it comes after the Three of Swords, I think if you wanted to know and you came to them as a source of support and, you know, nurturing and comfort, then I think that they would be open to telling you and speaking their voice about it, you know, whatever you're curious about. So if you're gonna do that, then try to come to them in a way that's supportive, because they are definitely going through a lot, whether it's a pregnancy or not. They're going through a lot of heartbreak and pain, loss. So I would say definitely be sensitive when you're approaching that situation, and they'll probably be able to open up to you, you know, more comfortably. Okay, so let's see. Yay, Jenna! Okay, Genesis, yes, I'll add you. So we have a few people here. I did Janice, I did Angie, Genesis, Queen. So I have, on this list right now, for new people, I have Laudine, Will Johnson, Joe, Sunflower Love, Genesis, and Queen. Is there any other new people that are not on this list? If I haven't called you, let me know. Okay, Asia. Okay, Asia, sheriff's feelings toward me. Yeah, I did her, no, I did yours before Asia, but this is different. This is a different question. Right? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that, no, this is a different one. Let me just check, though. Pretty sure that this is another one. Yeah, because the one before was about Josh, right? That's weird though, it's not showing the other one, but it texted me and told me that there was a... So... yeah, that one was at 10:18. And this one was at 9:23. So yeah, this is a different one. Right, this one's about sheriff, or... I know. Well, I don't have super chat yet because I'm not at 1,000 yet. But, you know, pretty soon, hopefully, you know, we'll get there to that point, and then I'll have super chat for you guys to do that. Sorry about that. You don't have, if you have CashApp or Venmo or something, there's probably something else you could do too. It doesn't let you send through PayPal, you're saying? Yeah, sometimes PayPal can be finicky, you know? Okay, so let's see. What are sheriff's feelings about you? Is it Sharif or is it Sheriff? Sheriff. I wonder what we can do then. Well, wait, Joe, you're new, so I can just give you a reading for free. So, Asia, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but what are their feelings for you currently? Sharif's feelings for Asia currently. Says you already know. Apparently. Whatever you think is probably spot on. Let's see what else though, because you're here asking, so obviously you're kind of unsure. But whatever you feel like it is, it's probably what it is. Sharif. give us his feelings toward her, please? So do you know the person, or is it kind of a new connection? Because to me it kind of seems like it's not new, or if it is new, it would be a repeat of a thing that you've had from your past, because the world here is kind of showing that there's possibility here that it will be you know, kind of a cycle continued, kind of like you'd be going back around, or this person, it might be like a long-term relationship that will be hot and cold, or keep coming on and off, or coming back to the same point. Maybe it won't progress very well, you know, it won't be like, there won't be many major changes that probably need to be made, or, you know, for some reason it's a cycle continued. So it could be something that's continued, like this is like you've dated people like this before, or it's within your guys' situation. But I get Aries here, so there's an Aries involved. If there's not an Aries specifically, then it's talking about somebody who's like responsible and oversees like a lot of people or responsibility, or something like children, or maybe a manager or something, or they're just very responsible in general, you know. I mean, they have like a big responsibility and they're kind of focused on that, but it would be like a repeat of something, or it would be like a cycle continuing on. But I feel like you kind of already know their feelings for you, you know, so it's like whatever you think it is. Josh is an Aries. The ex, you said he's an X. The X is a Gemini. So was he controlling or something, Sharif? Because the Emperor there could be kind of, if he's overseeing things, and he could be a person who's kind of a bit overbearing, or maybe trying to oversee your life, and that's kind of uncomfortable, because it's like not his responsibility to do that, but he's making it his responsibility. He could have been a little bit like, you know, too much, like, in your life, you know? So it would be a cycle continued. And it wouldn't, you know, if that's good or bad. I mean, you guys are exes, so obviously the past ended and it was better ended, right? I mean, sometimes obviously it's like, okay, maybe better to get back together, but if it's gonna be like the past, you might end again, right? Because it didn't work out for some reason. So if you feel like a cycle continued is a good thing, well then, okay. But if you don't, then, you know where that's going. Somewhere that you don't want to be, right? Bianca, I just got your donations. You guys are not sending to a friend. It says that in the description, but no one does that for some reason. I don't know why. I know it gives you guys two options to send to a friend, or to send to like a business or whatever it says, but it charges me when you don't send it to a friend. So make sure you're doing that, you guys. It charges me a fee for the whole thing. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I got your donations. Thank you. Go ahead and post whenever you're ready your questions, Bianca. And to those of you that are new, that I was like, I have you on this list here, I still have you on this list. It's just that these people are, you know, this is the donation readings, so I make those priority first, because obviously, you know, they're spending money, so I want them to get their readings worth. But after we do these ones, we'll go ahead and do some more new people. So stick around, and, you know, I have on this list, let's see who I have. Laudine, I don't think she's with us. I think it's safe to say she's not here anymore. Will, I don't think he's here. Let me know, Will, if you're still here. Asia, about that, it seems like if it's a cycle continued, and still that Aries card there, that Emperor there, I feel like that is not true, you know, like that he's, I mean, if he's bettering himself, that's great, but with the controlling nature of certain people, it's like, and especially because you said he didn't notice the things that were his fault. That's something that, like, is really hard to change, you know. Of course they can change it, but they'd have to first realize that it's them that needs to change, you know. And it's like a whole, like, mindset that needs to change, like a whole, like, a whole way of life that they believe in would have to change. And so if he's changing that, great. But in the cards it shows it's kind of, you know, the cycle continued. So just be careful with that. But, of course people can change, you know. Why? Zodiac, or stars. Constellations. Am I supposed to say that they're... Oh wait, this is the... Okay. That is so cute. Oh my god, I love the little, like, planets. My mother-in-law got me this for my birthday. She just gave it to me right now. I guess she forgot, but it's... Sorry, I'm kind of, like, doing this right now. But I think this is so cute. Look at that. So cute. I love it. And she's got a little cupcake. Isn't that cool? I think it's so cool. That is sick.
You're on the team. Oh.
It's raining. Infinite wishes for an exquisite birthday. Love, Rose. Aw. She's like, love, Rose. Cute, huh? There was a little personal note inside, of course. And that's for my eyes only. Thank you, Rose! Where is she? Huh? Everyone shout out to Rose. Everyone shout out to Rose. Okay. Okay. So, I don't think Will's here anymore either. Rose, aw. Thanks, Genesis. Okay, so let's go with Bianca. Did you post your questions already, or... Yeah, go ahead and post your questions, Bianca. Or am I just... I don't have you up here right here. Yeah, no. Okay. So, Bianca, go ahead. Ah! What will... And thank you, by the way. Yes. Yes. What will the connection in between me and Luke bring? Let's use the romance angels for this one, because that's kind of what this deck is all about and for. Knowing where it's going to go and what it's going to be, right? Or what's, you know, what's left there in a connection is what I like to use these for. Like, what is the essence of the you know, what is the reason, what is it actually, you know, going on here? So, Luke and Bianca. And Bianca, what is the connection here? What do we see happening here for Luke and Bianca here? What's happening for Luke and Bianca here? What is this connection as well? What is the essence of this? What's the energy here in this connection? What is Luke and Bianca's connection about? What is Luke and Bianca's connection about? love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This card comes out when, like, we're usually with a person, or, like, you know, the person I'm reading for is with a person or in a situation where they're not understanding this. Like, love yourself first, because that's really what matters first. Like, this person maybe isn't making you feel the best, or, like, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Like, don't beg don't chase, you know what I mean? Like, if they're giving you the cold shoulder ever, or making you feel like you're not good enough, it's kind of like, this is like a cue or a reminder for you to be, like, remembering that if you, love yourself first, basically, obviously, then you're good. Like, this person will be all about it. It's just that, like, right now you're kind of not, your role, like, you're not seeing your own worth, I feel like. That's why I think it comes out. Maybe you don't feel that way about it necessarily, but that's just what I usually feel like the reason that's coming out is. But sometimes we're not always conscious of that. Like, we're like, oh, I love myself. No, we're in, you know, it's like we have a great relationship. I mean, sometimes I feel a little insecure and I feel like I have to be perfect or something. But it's like, you know, I don't think we really know that we're not loving ourselves enough. Like, sometimes we know, but it's just kind of seeming that this is what it's trying to say to you. So let's see what else we can get from this situation here. What else do we need to know regarding Luke and Bianca? It says, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So maybe this is about you guys. Maybe it's about, like, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work. So maybe it's like there's going to be a love situation. Like, if it's not Luke. I mean, I know we're asking about Luke and you, but it's kind of like what the top says is kind of like it's saying worth waiting for, but it's even saying even more at the bottom that divine time is at work in your love life. So if it isn't with Luke, don't, like, be impatient. Like, don't be, I mean, you can be frustrated and you can feel like you're, you know, it's a little irritating and whatever, you just, you know, want love right now, but just know that love is going to come at the right time, or if it's not him, then there's someone else that is better for you. But let's see specifically about Luke. What do we need to know here about this connection here with Luke and Bianca? Like, what do we need to know about? Well, it says love yourself first, and that says worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I feel like it's kind of saying that this person it's not the one, but there is someone else that is better for you. Because if it's saying love yourself first and realize that, you know, you deserve better kind of thing. No offense to him, but those two together, I feel like that would make sense. Let's see what else. If you ever feel like you're not good enough with this person, there is somebody out there that you can feel that way with. Like, it doesn't have to be like this forever, you know? You don't have to settle for this feeling of not being good enough, because you're definitely good enough. Maybe just not for him, and that's okay. It's not always going to work out with everyone, you know? Let's see what else we can get here. Give us about Luke and Bianca specifically. Anything else we need to know specifically about Luke and Bianca's connection here? Luke and Bianca's connection here. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it could be a codependency thing where you guys are attached in that way. It's hard to break free from that. You feel like you need each other for something, or it's just, you know, it's unhealthy, but you're still staying together, or, you know, for some reason you just feel like you don't want to, or you can't because you need to stay with them. And it's not true. It's, you know, we don't need anybody, but, you know, we feel like that sometimes. And but it could be addictions like, you know, obviously like a drug or alcohol addiction, maybe a process addiction. It could be any addiction, sugar, food, I mean, workaholism. So it's like, it could be any addiction that's affecting this relationship, but for some reason, you know, that's what's coming out here. So you obviously know your life better than I do, but it's codependent, you know, in the situation. I feel like this person isn't going to be the last, you know, I don't think this is the one. Obviously, who am I to say that? I'm just saying that it kind of seems like it's saying that there are other people that you can be in a better relationship with, or there will be somebody that's, you know, you don't have to feel like this with, you can feel like you're good enough with, you know, it doesn't have to be like this. This isn't just like the end for you. like divine timing's at work in your love life, right? So it's like maybe if it doesn't work out, just don't give up hope in love. You can still have, you know, a good love life. It just might not be with this person. Because it seems a little bit unhealthy, but you know, maybe that will change. It's up to you guys. But as of right now, it kind of seems like, you know, the main thing is love yourself first, right? So try to do that. The second question. You had 2 questions, right? So go ahead and post the second one. Hi Olive, hi Sela. Or Sila, Chris, Aquarius Babe West, hi. Chris, okay, let's see. I'm on a donation reading right now, so then I'll do Chris after that, and then we'll look at the new people. You guys, if you can, if you haven't yet, go ahead and like this video for me, please, just really quick. I'd really appreciate that if you would just like this video so I know who's all here, I know who I'm talking to, and I know you guys like it. So let's see, where did Chris? Got you. Chris, I see your donation here. Thank you. And then Genesis. Okay. Genesis, you're like, I just want my reading. That's fine. That's why that's there. Sorry about that. But yes, you will be... So there's one more for Bianca. She has one more question, and then there's Chris, and then there's Genesis for the donation readings, okay? So sit tight, you new people. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm happy to see you guys, some new faces. I want to get to you guys for sure, so just stick around, okay? Okay. Yeah, Genesis, I did see that. Thank you. We'll get to you in a second here. Bianca has one more question to ask. I don't know if she's here still. It kind of seems like she's not, but if she's not here right now, then we'll just come back to her, and we'll go to Chris. So if Chris is here, go ahead and post your question. And then Genesis, if you'd like, you can post your question right now as well, so that when I'm ready to come to you, I can just start your reading, you know? So. And anyone who wants a reading, like new donations, anybody that's just coming in, like just post your question, and if I can do your reading, if it gets to you, then I'll just see your question already. So throughout the live, just post your question like again and again and again and again and again, and I'll see it eventually, you know. But if you're donating, then obviously you get yours for sure first, you know. But if you're new, then I focus on those ones next. So just go ahead and post your question if you want a reading at all, so that I can just know what your question is. Okay, Buzz. Okay.
Let's move.
Buzz wants to chill with us. This is my pup. That's Buzz. Buzz. Okay, Joe. Okay, yeah. Thank you for posting. Okay. Chris. Okay, we see Chris. I don't know where Bianca went, but when she comes back, we'll have to answer her question too, because she has a second question. I don't know where she went, but let us know when you get back, Bianca. And so, Chris, do you see Corey and then we'll go with Genesis, okay? Okay, Chris, do you see Corey re-entering my life and expressing himself? Yeah, okay. Do you see Corey re-entering my life and expressing himself? Okay. What's going on with Corey and Chris? Well, if you're wanting that, then luck's on your side. But if you're not wanting that, then luck's on your side. But let's see what else we can get. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Okay, so there's fighting, but why is this a good thing? You're gonna get what you want out of it. So, okay, so basically the scenario I'm seeing is you're asking like if they're gonna come and express themselves. So what I see more though is, you know, it's almost like you are getting to express yourself or something, because you are getting what you want out of this, like whatever you want out of it. So be careful what you wish for, by the way, because that's what the Nine of Cups can mean too. Careful what you wish for, because you might just get it and you might not really realize exactly all that comes with it, whatever it is, you know. And it's gonna kind of lead to a situation where you are you know, wanting to leave off on your own and kind of find yourself, or there's something missing here. So maybe this person does re-enter your life and you can see that it's really not all it's cracked up to be. Like you know, you're getting what you want out of it. For some reason there's argument, there's some kind of like tension or bickering that goes on, and because of that you're getting what you want out of it. Like either they decide that they don't want to deal with it, or they just give in, or whatever the case may be. But after this you're kind of realizing like there's still something missing here in your life. And this is a solo journey, so it's kind of like whatever happens, I feel like it's not going to be exactly what you would want it, like what you thought it would be, but you're still getting what you want out of it. It's just that like it's, you realize that when you get that you still don't have what you want. So basically it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be. Like you get what you want, but there's still something missing, and so you have to go and figure out now, which is good actually, because then you have to figure out, you realize that there's nothing on the outside that can bring you happiness. Like whatever you're looking for, when you get it, you realize like you're still feeling like this. So it's like you need to go and find yourself, you know. So it's kind of a good thing that this is happening, because it's like this is eventually the place that you're going to have to come to anyway, if you're thinking someone else can solve your problems or be the happiness that you need in your life, because you're not, you know, and you realize it's not. So then you have to go and find what's missing, and it's a solo journey, so it's just you finding yourself. It's very emotional, and you know, it could take a long time, it could be short-lived. It's really up to you what this journey is going to be, and it's a solo journey, right? So it's like, it's just what you want. It's just about you, you know? It's not about other people, what they feel, what they think about it. It's about what you feel and think about it, and how you feel about yourself and your life, and, you know, finding whatever this missing piece is, whatever this missing cup is here, whatever that's representative of, you're finding that, and you're searching for that, I should say. So, that's good. It's good. So you could get what you want out of this, but it won't be what you think it's going to be. Exactly. You know, it's, yeah, I would say that's, if that's what you're wanting, then yeah, I would say that you're probably going to get that, and then it's not going to be really what you want. So it's kind of like disappointing in a way, but it's really just like a realization you have that, okay, I'm still not happy, and now I have to go and figure out how I can like make myself feel better, because I just don't feel like I have everything I need or want in my life, you know? Hi, Mary. Hi, Ritu. Hi, Empowered Diva. Queen S. No, actually, I haven't come to you yet because I'm still working on donation readings. But if you'd still like a reading, definitely stick around. And I'll see if I can get to you, of course. I won't be able to get to everybody, of course. I just want to put that out there now. But I do have you guys still on this list, so I'm ready for you if I get to that point. If we can, get you guys in here. Okay, and then... Oh yeah, these are the, this is the Giant Rider-Waite Tarot, so they're pretty big. I like that deck. Okay, and now we're on Genesis. Okay. Well, I feel like I can already answer that question just because it's like, because you still are attracted to them, or, like, are you saying it's intrusive thoughts? Because you know what you can do about that is, you actually can control your thoughts. Like, especially people with OCD and everything who have intrusive thoughts, like, by default, because that's what OCD, like, is or involves. You can actually control your thoughts. A lot of people don't think that, and I obviously at one point didn't think I could either, and that's why I'm saying this, because I'm not saying I'm, like, any different than you guys. Like, I've definitely, and I still do it, It's not like I, like, have completely changed and transformed. I'm human, but, like, this is something that's really cool that I want to show you because I really found a lot of inspiration through it. So, answers by Aries. Yeah, that was Chris. Hi, you guys. I see you guys. Hi, Charlie. Okay. About the deck. I feel like, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's safe, but, like, I feel like you can do that yourself. You don't have to, like, pay anybody to do that for you or, like, do that with you. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's certain people that, like, do spells and stuff. I don't know if I trust that, all of that. Like, I wouldn't go there with that. You can literally just do that yourself. But I wanted to show you guys this link because, it's important, like, when I'm saying, like, okay, you can create your own reality or whatever. Like, you can, like, stop your intrusive thoughts and stuff like that. I just want you to understand what I'm talking about because it's hard for me to explain it, but it kind of sounds like bullshit, but it's not. So, let me get this link for you really quick. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Here it is. Okay. I want to just do one day where I just, like, play the video and then we'll just, like, watch it together. You're stupid. Why would you want that? Is that a Juice WRLD picture or is that you? I can't tell. Anyway, that's the link. Check it out if you want to stop your intrusive thoughts, okay? Yes, exactly. Okay, we are on... Is Bianca back here yet, Bianca? Because I know you have one more question that you need to get answered. So we're on Genesis. Did I explain that yet, Genesis, to you? Yeah, I guess I haven't done your reading yet, have I? So Genesis, do you see that link right there? That's not going to be your reading, but I'm just saying I want you to check that out after this, okay? And then you can control that shit, okay? So tell me what Genesis needs to know about her healing and about her... The thoughts she's having, is there anything important that we need to know, or is there anything kind of like that she could do differently or help herself regarding, like, what do we need to know about this? Is it a problem or is it something that she'll heal, or what do we need to know? What's her advice? What could she focus on? Okay. Getting back to the place where you feel like you're self-sufficient, you can take care of yourself. Like, maybe there's boredom in your life, or there's something missing, like you don't have enough things that you're focused on, or you don't, like, you're not feeling like a, you know, like a altogether woman, like you don't feel like you can take care of yourself exactly, or you don't feel like very solid or stable right now. And it's kind of like, it's interesting because this is the advice. So it's like, focus on getting back to this point where, yeah, she seems a bit lonely, right? She has her pentacle in her hands and she's holding it and she's looking at it. She kind of seems sad, but really what it's saying is she's grinding, you know, she's working hard. And sometimes you don't have a social life when you work really hard, you know, and that's fine, but that's, you know, you have your shit together and you can take care of yourself, and that's the most important thing. You know, you have that to, you know, be proud of and to feel safe with, you know, so you don't need anybody else really. And you can have some extras too, but, you know, it's like, yeah, it takes some time and it takes hard work, but it's like, she seems sad, but really it's just, you know, every now and then you're gonna get lonely. It's fine. At least you can take care of yourself, and you have that. Like my mother-in-law, it's like, that's like exactly, that's her right there. Okay, so you gotta be, you know, when you get to that point, obviously you're gonna feel a lot better, I feel like, because you won't need to think about that. Or maybe, you know, if that is a problem, still see See? But if that's a problem still after you get to that point where you feel like you have what you need and you're good and you can take care of yourself, you don't need anyone else, then I would look at that link again, because that video really changed shit for me. Like, in regards to, just like feeling like shit or anxiety, it's kind of like you can control that. And it's really weird because it was like a life-changing perspective, so I just want you to look at it because I know that it helped me. I don't know if it's going to help you. I hope it does. So, but this card's kind of like the first card in a way, because it's talking about like somebody who can take care of themselves again. They have all these pentacles around them. They have their shit together. They can handle their own shit. And then also, she's tending to this garden that's around her, and she's also helping this bird, nurturing to this bird that is in her hand. And so that means she has her shit together, but she's not stuck up. She's not like stingy. She's not like closed off. She's still open to nurturing others, and giving what she has. So it's like, on top of you having your shit together as the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is talking about keeping your heart open and, keeping yourself not being bitter and angry and not being closed off. Because when you close yourself off, obviously that's not going to be fun. That's going to be really, like, limiting, emotionally. You're going to not feel as good. You're going to be shutting people out that probably don't need to be shut out, that could be really good friends and really good experiences, and could bring more and add more to your life. So this is your advice. What else is her advice? What does she need to focus on? For, like, she's working hard now. She's trying her best. What else do you want her to know? What else do you want Genesis to know? What do you want Genesis to know? What else do you want Genesis to know? What else do you want Genesis to know? So there will be, there's like something that, hang on a second. Okay. It's gonna kind of be like a new, Well, first I was gonna say, it's gonna be like a new, almost way of life, because you're going in a different direction here. And what this is saying basically is that you're taking responsibility for something, or you're asking someone else to. And you could be taking a break from like what you're used to, and I feel you are going to be stepping forward into something different, but you're going to have to choose between like two paths. It's not like that crazy. It's just that like two different, maybe a job, or like you said, you're looking for a new place to live. Maybe it's two places to live. It could be totally different, things that you'd be doing, that you'd be choosing between. It would be like, you're going to choose this or this, and it's going to take you to a different place, obviously, so you have to choose wisely. And you're doing that, the Chariot is also the Cancer card, so it's not like you're being risk-taking. It's content, it's cautious. So, because Cancers are usually cautious. So, also there could be a Cancer involved, but that's besides the point, really, unless it isn't. But then there could also be an air sign involved, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But here with this Four of Swords, I feel like you're kind of taking a break from things, taking a rest. Or you should be. And maybe you're not, because this is, a lot of times you need to take a rest. If you're working really hard, some people don't like to take a rest. They don't think it's important, but it is. And you'll feel that shit, and you'll be like, what's wrong with me? But you won't want to take a rest. It's like, take a fucking rest. Take a break. Take a step back, if only for a second. And, you know, take ownership of whatever this is talking about, like whatever you need to take ownership of and take responsibility for. Maybe what it's saying too is that you need to start making some decisions, and you need to realize that it's your decision to make, and no one can make it for you, and you can't wait for somebody to make it for you, or, you know, you can't wait for the right opportunity to come. You kind of have to like make it happen. So there are opportunities, I feel like, in front of you, but it's like you need to kind of start thinking about which one you're going to take instead of just contemplating. Like, don't get stuck in contemplation, you know? So there should be some opportunities coming, or maybe they're already there, and you need to kind of look at that and start taking responsibility for, you know, if you want to make a change, then you got to make that change. I feel like maybe you're trying to like walk around it or like kind of avoid it because it's kind of scary, but it's kind of like you need to walk into uncomfortable situations, like into change, into something different, and decide what it's going to be, you know, instead of being afraid of it. Strength. Leo, also, obviously, you have the strength to get through anything, and the obstacles that are, you know, happening now, I don't doubt that you can get through them and get past them if you just face them, you know, if you just kind of look them in the face and say, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, basically, I'm not afraid of you, I'm gonna make my future my bitch, you know? I'm gonna make it happen for myself because that's what I want, and I deserve these things, I deserve good things, and I have the strength to get through it even though it's scary and it's unknown. I'm gonna make it happen. So just don't be afraid to kind of like push through all this bullshit and make shit happen for yourself, you know? But you do have to start making some decisions. You have some decisions to make. Don't contemplate for too long, you know? Just try to like actually take action. See? Take action. I feel like you've been thinking long enough. And if you haven't, you need to start. Maybe you've just been worrying and ruminating. See this one? You're avoiding. You're running away from something. Probably just, you know, the fear. The fear is making you not want to face shit, but that's normal. We all go through that, but just, you know, you got to get yourself out of it. Like I said, watch that video too, because that should really help you. If it, you know, I hope it does. It helped me, so hopefully it helps you. Hopefully it helps you. Right on. Okay, so we have, let's see, who did we have after this? Do we have somebody after Genesis? I don't remember now. I don't remember. I think Genesis was the last one, right? That we have for donations. If someone else donated, remind me. I can check. Let me see. Also, I'm still waiting on Bianca to return for her second question. It's doing that thing again. Anyone who does live streams and gets really tired, these are lifesavers. Only the ones that have caffeine in them, though. I prefer Crystal Light with caffeine instead of Mio, but... Is someone peeing back there? Oh no, she's turning the bathroom. Can we have This one's my favorite. With caffeine, bomb. Yeah, it's all gone. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it's not connecting to PayPal. It was just doing that a second ago, and then it came back, so I don't know. I'll just have to wait. Is it buffering? It's funny because whenever I'm doing lives, like a lot of times it'll buffer, and on my thing it's like fine. But then right now my phone's like acting up and it's not buffering at all. So I have no idea what the problem is here. I have to switch Wi-Fi's or something. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to pull you guys up and I cannot see you. Oh, there you are. Okay. Genesis, please look at, check that link out though. Please don't forget to do that. Okay, so now we're on Joe. What's up with Divya? She's troubling me a lot. Is she leaving the house in my hometown? Okay, is she gonna be leaving? Let's get her energy. What's going on with her currently? What has she been dealing with? What has she been feeling? What's her energy like? Divya. What's Divya's energy currently? What's Divya's energy currently? Oops. Ah! She's healing, going through something seriously painful. Having to face that, not able to sleep very well at night, up at night, all night, just kind of dealing with a lot of shit right now. Very, very painful and hurt because of something that's going on. It could be related to, yeah, very disappointing and upsetting. She's looking at the negative though, and that's not helping. Like, you should send her that link that I just posted in here because, and you should watch it as well. I encourage you to, because I'm just saying, when you're looking at the negative, like, you're choosing to look at the negative. People think, I'm not choosing, I'm just negative. Well, yeah, but you are choosing to. It is a choice. You can choose. And, like, people get so hooked to feeling like shit. And you don't know that you're doing that, but that's exactly what you're doing. Once you realize that you're feeling like shit because you want to, not because you want to, but because you want to, it's stupid. Like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna choose not to then, I guess, you know, because this is dumb. You know what I mean? Like, people don't mean to, but it's just, it's a subconscious, or it's unconscious that you're doing that. You don't realize you're doing it, but you have to be conscious of that and stop doing it, you know, because it is a choice, and you're making yourself miserable because you're choosing to. So once you realize that, and that's what I'm saying that because, look, she's seeing the cups that are knocked down here, negative, past. That's what she's focused on. Laser focused, might I add. And these two opportunities back here, these two new opportunities of hope and, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, something different. There's a chance, there's potential, and she's not even seeing it at all. So if she could just, like, see it, go over this bridge right here, into this castle where who knows what's in there, but there's opportunity, and there's not this depressing sadness from the past. So it's like she just needs to focus on what is possible now. And, you know, she's not really able to do that at this point, so she's going through it. This could be talking about a Taurus person. This could also be talking about, you know, maybe something with the church, or maybe she's beating herself up and feeling guilty, or maybe it's talking about a commitment or a marriage that's failing, or something that's going downhill, or something that's, you know, not secure anymore, and it was before, you know. Or she feels like she's not doing what's expected of her. She's not coming off, you know, she's not being accepted in society or in her community. She's not doing the right thing, or she's kind of seen as an outcast, and she's not liking that. It doesn't feel good, but she's kind of dwelling in it right now, it seems like. There's a lot going on, and she's just kind of like feeling that shit. She's not really trying to make many changes necessarily. Like, it kind of just seems like she's feeling it, and that's what it is, and she's living that. And then we have, like, she knows a big change is coming, or you do. Maybe it's you who's the High Priestess here, because the High Priestess is all about, like, intuitively knowing what's going on without, like, being told directly. Like, you just kind of feel like something's happening, and you're probably right about whatever you're, like, intuitively feeling. You know, you can pick up on kind of with the situation, and it's like, you kind of already feel like you know what's going on here. And maybe it's you who feels like there's a big change or a big ending that's going to have to happen. You know, you're going to have to, like, okay, so there's a reunion as well. So maybe you're not near her right now, and you're going to reunite with her, and you know that when you do, it's going to be way different, or there's going to have to be a change that's going to have to happen, or you're going to have to put your foot down, or you're going to have to end things, or you're going to have to, like, cut her off or something. You know, there's some kind of, like, big change or big ending that's going to happen involved with a reunion. So maybe when you get in touch with her again, you know it's just not the same, or it's going to have to be different now, like you're going to have to make a change, or she will, or there's something that's going to have to change here, or end, you know. It's a big change or big ending. I don't see her going anywhere, though. It seems like she's, like, staying put pretty well. I mean, pretty, like, you know, she's kind of just, but she's miserable, you know. I don't think so. I don't think she's leaving anywhere. Is she going to be traveling, or maybe she'd be running away trying to find happiness and escaping, like, I mean, going somewhere and just kind of, like, dipping out, like, is she going to be leaving? Is she going to be traveling? Or is she staying where she's at? Like, where is she going to be going somewhere? Or where can we find her? Like, what is she doing? Where is she going? Again, so, no. Like, I think, yeah, she'll be there. I think, you know, it seems like she's going to be staying put there. Because we got this card again, so it's like, either there is a Taurus person, like I said, or, and it could be both. It could also be that, you know, this is about, like, society and what's, you know, right, or how you're viewed, you know. It's like, what's the right thing to do, like, the right thing, like, you know, what's expected of you, you know, in order to be accepted into whatever your society or culture or community is expecting of you. It's kind of like, not necessarily what you're wanting, but what you feel like you need to do in order to be accepted or treated right, you know, like everybody else, kind of a thing. I don't think she's going to be going anywhere, because this is, like, a main focus. It kind of sucks. I mean, I feel for her, so hopefully it's not, like, too rough, because, yeah, I don't really see her going anywhere. It kind of seems like she's staying put, but it's not a happy thing, you know. She's not in a good place, and maybe she needs somebody to kind of just tell her to shake her out of it, or just, you know, be that, because I don't want to just be like, I mean, do whatever you're gonna do. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to say that she needs you to feel sorry for her, because that doesn't really help anybody, but, like, maybe some validation would be nice, you know, or just to talk to her and figure out what's going on instead of asking me. No offense. I mean, I don't mind. I'm just saying that, like, she's going through it, and it sucks, you know, so maybe if you would ask her or talk to her about that and try to encourage her to not dwell, or encourage her to try something else that she hasn't tried yet, or watch that link. I keep saying that because I don't know, it helps me a lot, so I feel like that could be something that helps her, or, you know, anybody, everybody, hopefully, if you're willing to sit there for 30 minutes and watch it. It's good shit. It's good shit. So, I don't think she's gonna be leaving anywhere. She's gonna be staying put, but she's miserable as fuck. Mary, go ahead and post your question, and then I'll go with Queen S. So Mary and Queen, go ahead and post. No problem, Joe. Good luck to you. Thank you for coming. You guys, if you haven't already, can you like this video for me, please? It would help me out a lot. It just tells YouTube that people are liking this content, so they're going to send it to other people to enjoy as well and join us. Is my ex Anthony stalking me? Okay. I don't do yes or no's, remember, but let's see what Anthony's been up to. Antoine. Just kidding. I have a friend named Anthony, and that's what we say sometimes. Okay, so Anthony, what's he been up to? Okay, weighing his options on something. Let's see what this is about. Collaboration and fear. So I wouldn't doubt if he's not being direct about something just because he's weighing his options on like how to collaborate with people. Like he wants to exchange ideas and communicate and work with people, but then he has a fear for some reason, or thinking something is going to go wrong with that. Who are these people? Somebody who abandoned him, or he feels like he's going to be rejected maybe, or abandoned again, or left out in the cold, or left out for some reason. Like he feels like maybe he'll be rejected, you know, by these people. Yeah, because the sun is coming out and there's a realization that somebody is closed off, but they're closing off from their own happiness. So if he's been distant from everyone, like, you know that he doesn't talk to people, he's isolating right now or something like that, because it seems like he's closed off as fuck, but he needs to realize that that's the thing that's limiting him to his happiness. Like, this fear here is kind of just a fear, and it doesn't mean it's real. But if you feel like, I don't know, for some reason he's tripping on like people not accepting him or not liking him or rejecting him, you know, like he's wanting to collaborate here, and then we have this fear. So it's like he's weighing his options on, I mean, obviously there's a fear of being rejected and abandoned, but I don't know if you abandoned him or if you left him or rejected him or made him feel bad, or, you know, he abandoned me, but he definitely thinks I would reject him. He shouldn't be happy, you said. Damn. So, maybe you're onto something with that. But, yeah, so he's kind of in his own world in a way, because when you close off and you just have yourself to think about what you think, then sometimes you're not right about that, and it kind of could be like paranoia sometimes. Like, you think, like, how people are and how they look at you, and it's not always, you know, it's not always accurate, and you kind of freak yourself out. So, maybe it's the case that, like, you rejecting him made him feel bad about himself to the point where, I don't want to say, like, a ego, like a what's it called, like a hit to his ego, you know, so it's like makes him kind of question how other people look at him too, you know, like, not that that's funny, but it's just like, you know, he's kind of insecure, I guess, right now, right? You said he left you and now you're kind of rejecting him, so he's feeling like not as good about himself. I was figuring he might be paranoid. You said he abandoned me, but he definitely thinks I would reject him. So I guess that could be true, just because if he's fixated on that, then maybe he's wanting to know what you're up to. But well, I guess tech, I did reject him before he went. So then he did it to you, like, full on, and now, so it's kind of like this immature, stupid little thing that is like, oh, I'll do it before you do it, but then now he's wanting to come back. It's kind of like, childish almost, you know? It's like, why are we just rejecting each other? Like, just stop. Like, just accept each other or don't be in each other's lives, you know? Like he's worried about the wrong shit. Like, I don't get it. What is his whole purpose of wanting her in his life? Like, what is he trying to get out of this? Is he just trying to retaliate so that he can bring her back and then hurt her like she hurt him? Or is this, what is, like, the purpose of him being, like, fixated on this at all? So he might try to come in, like, really quick. Like, maybe it would be, like, a mutual friend thing, or, like, a thing where you guys are gathering together and it's, like, not serious. Like, it's just like, oh, we're just good friends having a gathering. Like, maybe he tries to slide into, like, a mutual friends gathering that you're at, like, in public. Like, it would be, like, more than one person would be there, like a friend's house or, like, a gathering or some kind of, like, meeting up in public or something. Maybe even for drinks or whatever. And kind of just tries to assert himself, because with the Knight of Swords it's kind of just abrupt and very kind of like nothing can stop the person, so it might just be kind of like sudden and kind of like assertive, you know, like, okay, I guess you're just here now, like no one invited you, or like, you know, like kind of just like they just assert themselves, you know what I mean? Maybe something needs to be balanced out, like if there's unfinished business or there's something that you need to like talk about or like get out on the table, like, look, this is why this is happening, stop doing what you're doing because it's not going to work, you know, just like making it very clear and setting it straight, you know, balancing it out, like no questions anymore, kind of giving it closure, ending it, and just making it like clear what the reasons are, so that there's no more, like, there's nothing else that needs to be said, or there's nothing else that is questioned, and everyone knows their place and everyone knows why it's happened, you know. Like, something needs to be set straight, and so ask those questions, you know what I mean? Ask those questions and get those answers, and you know, because if you have unfinished, if you have questions too, it's kind of like that's leaving you interested in what the fuck they're doing. So maybe it's you stalking them. Is that possible? Are you doing the same thing and wondering if they're doing it? Because you are asking about them, so why don't you just directly ask them? Why are you running from them, you know? Just kind of like talk to them and get the shit out. His ex destroyed our relationship. So he allowed her to, or you allowed her to, or she literally, because like, how could she, I'm not saying I don't understand, I mean, I'm saying like there's more to that obviously, but you know, don't be, you're fixated on it still for some reason, you know, and you say you still have questions, so I would just directly ask the fool the questions that you want to have answered, because this is like a waste of your time, you know, a waste of your energy. You know, and if you have questions, ask those fucking questions and get it out there so that you can set this straight, because you're still, it's like something that's bothering you, you know? And it's, if you can't, like, if you still have questions, why not just ask him? Unless he's a dick. Oh, you're in fear, is what you're saying. Yeah, interesting, because remember we had that Three of Cups and that Knight of Swords. Does she have anything to be worried about? Physically in fear of. 3 again. Again, he's trying to figure out how to collaborate, right? He's trying to figure out how to work together with someone or something. Like other people. Like, work together, exchange ideas, make something happen. Collaborate. Cooperate. Who are these 3 people? This has come out twice. Okay, is there an Aquarius involved? Aquarius? We have an Aquarius person here. Is there an Aquarius involved? Aquarius would be from January 21st. No, I'm sorry. January 22nd. No, I'm sorry. January 20th to February 18th is Aquarius. What does he want? What are these people working together on? What are these people working together on? I feel like someone might try to make a rash decision, but that's the thing, like, if you can control yourself from making rash decisions, all the better. But if it's not you, we have someone trying to defend themselves, thinking people are against them. And that's his energy that we're already picking up on, right? So, it's usually not physical, though. I feel like if he does have any anger or, like, wanting to do something about this, it'll be short-lived, because this passion is short, like the Knight of Wands. It's kind of like a passion. Like, he might be very angry now, or fearful, or, you know, feeling whatever he's feeling now in abundance is not going to last very long. Like, it's like, eventually it'll die off, he'll get over it. You know what I mean? It's not something that I would be worried about too much, but, like, just try not to make any rash decisions. Don't do anything without thinking about it clearly and thoroughly. You know, try to think things through before you make action, or before you make decisions and take action. You know, because it kind of seems like a thing that is heated right now, but isn't going to always be like that, you know? So just try to lay low and just try not to piss anybody off, you know? Like, don't do anything crazy, or don't do anything that's, like, directly threatening another person, you know? I would just lay low. Queen S, does Y think about me? I feel like, hang on, I'm gonna use a different deck. I would say, yeah, I would say that they're kind of feeling sad, and they probably want to, like, come back in, and, you know, you guys are exes, probably, right? Is that what you're saying? Because it seems like that's what this looks like. It seems like an ex that wants to come back in and feels abandoned by you, or feels like you, left them in the dust or something. Left them out in the cold, and, yeah, there's a lot of emotion here that they're still feeling. And I think that this would be the beginning stages of a relationship, but this is, in your case, obviously talking about, like, coming back in and starting something again, but feeling sad and, like, abandoned and left in the cold, feeling like they're kind of just, like, not, like, they were just, like, abandoned, basically. Yeah, so keep laying low, Mary, because just don't get involved with, you know, them directly. And just let it die off, you know? I wouldn't be worried about anything. Unless you're, like, directly involved in, like, causing drama, then. But, as for Queen S, I think the person's going to, Or basically, yeah. I mean, yes, they think about it. I think. I would say yes, even though I don't do yes or no's. I would say yes. I would say yes, they do. And then you have the Ace of Cups here, so I think that there's still opportunity, like, for you guys to, like, you know, love, I guess, each other. Like, there's still a lot of care and emotion. Like, it's overflowing, obviously, so somebody's real, you know, feeling this still. But, it's, you know, there's opportunity. Aces are opportunities, so I feel like there's definitely going to be an opportunity for you guys to, you know, probably even be together, I guess, because there's still opportunity for you guys to, you know, give each other this emotion and this love that's here, and this care, like, even if it's just friends or whatever, but, it's kind of, like, up to you if you want to, and you could miss the opportunity, so don't, you know, you have to, like, pay attention to what's going on, and, you know, if you, want to be with the person, then go ahead and go for it, but it's not really saying anything about what the, you know, what you guys, what the, you know, what the energy is between you. It's just saying basically they feel abandoned by you and sad about that, and they kind of want to, like, come back in, and maybe that is even possible because the Ace of Cups here is kind of showing that you both still have emotion for each other. So it's possible that you could, you know, make something happen with that. Obviously it's going to be up to you to make that happen, though, you know, not you personally, but just both of you. So do what you're going to do with that. But yeah, I would say they probably still think about it, you know? I mean, it seems like they definitely still care and have feelings. So I think they think about maybe coming back in and offering you something. Emotionally. Romantically. Yeah, that's Sugar. She just got fixed. Another thing, though, is it's kind of, like, not all it seems to be, so be careful with that. It could be, like, you can make it into whatever you want, but I feel like whatever you think it is, like, whatever you're seeing it as now is really unrealistic. Like, if you're expecting it to be, like, if you're expecting it to be the answer to your problems, not gonna happen. That's unrealistic, you know? You're not seeing something clearly about it, and it could be because it's not being, like, maybe they're not being honest with you, or maybe you're just choosing to see, like, rose-colored glasses, you know, just seeing all the good and not the bad. But I feel like you guys can make it work, like the Magician. You can make this work. You have all the tools you need, but somebody's insecure and feeling like somebody feels like, you know, the other person's against them, and that's not necessarily true. I mean, just if you guys disagree, that doesn't mean that that you're against each other, you know? So agree to disagree when that happens. You clash a bit, and somebody feels so insecure that when you guys do clash, they feel like you're against them, and that's a bit ridiculous. Somebody's gonna need to take responsibility here in order for this to be, I mean, you could make it happen, it could be something, but it's like, it's not gonna work out if you guys can't learn to, like, somebody needs to take responsibility for what they feel instead of putting it on the other person, because it's not the other person's fault that you feel a certain way, and that probably is them. But I mean, same goes for you, you know, if you feel insecure, you feel a certain way, it's not the other person's, like, problem, no offense. I mean, they can reassure you, but it's not their fault. Like, they're not I don't think they're trying to purposely make you feel like that, if that's what you think, and if that's what they think, you know. I feel like there's, like, a bit of immaturity and a lot of insecurity here, so if you guys can work on that in an honest way, then, you know, obviously there's a chance. I feel like it's just a young kind of relationship. Like, it's like a young, like, you guys might even just fuck each other over just because you don't know how to, not meaning to, but just because you hurt each other just because you're so, unsure how to handle the situation. And you're hurting each other. You know, you're not really being mature about it. You know, you're not, like, secure enough to really give another person security as well as yourself, you know? But there's still all that, emotion and care there. But it's like, you just don't know how to, I mean, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what you would need to do about that, but just know, I think it's like you guys don't mean to hurt each other, but that's what's happening. But it's not, like, purposeful. But it's still happening, so it's kind of, like, not working because of that. It doesn't feel good a lot, you know, because of that. Okay, I'm gonna take one more, you guys. I'm gonna take one more. Hey, Nick Smiley. You guys, Nick Smiley Mystical Tarot. She does readings as well, so go check out her channel. She's right here in the chat with us, Nick Smiley Mystical Tarot. Go check her out, you guys. She's a doll. Love her. Go support her. Go spread that love. Queen S, yes. Yeah, I just did yours. Yeah, I'll do the Rising Phoenix, and I'll also do Olive. So the Rising Phoenix, I'm gonna use the Romance Angels for that. G1 and I. Being a long-term commitment, G1 and the Rising Phoenix. G1 and the Rising Phoenix. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Maybe you guys have clashing views on this, or maybe they're similar. For some reason, that's a factor in the situation. You would know better than I do what that means, but engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, first, you guys are getting closer. Maybe it is because of the religious thing or spiritual path. It could take some time to even get to that point, though, because it says divine timing is at work in your love life worth waiting for. So maybe it's taken a long time to find this person, and now it's going to be okay, it's going to be right, or maybe it's taking a long time for you guys to get to a higher level of commitment because, for whatever reason, but for some reason it's taken some time. But it's worth waiting for, obviously. It says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So if you have at any point feel like this person is trying to control your life or tell you what you should or should not do, and it feels overbearing and it feels suffocating, free yourself. You know, whenever I see free yourself, I feel like obviously that's not good in the situation, you know. But basically it's time to take back control of your life. So it's like playfulness. You know, you ascend to a higher level of commitment, then you know, it's fun and you have a good time, and then maybe it's something that they don't like they don't like you to be playful and to, you know, let your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, and so they're kind of trying to limit you or put a cap on it, and that's no good, that's not fun. So it seems like this could go well, and then it kind of veers off into something else where they don't like what they're seeing and they want you to kind of be a certain way, and then you're kind of not into that. You know, you free yourself is really not, like, you don't want to see that in a love reading, you know? Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Maybe you can do that within the relationship, but if you can't, then don't be afraid to take that leap. If that's what you feel like you're being controlled, or you feel like you can't be yourself, then free yourself, you know? Don't live like that. Maybe you can make it work within the boundaries of the relationship and you can still free yourself, and, you know, be with them still. But if you can't, you know, you have to ask yourself what's more important to you. Being with this person and limiting who you are, or being who you are and finding love where, you know, you're supposed to find it, where it makes sense, where it's, you know, where it fits for you, where it's for you, you know. So let's see about the interview thing, the job interview, advice about that. Advice for my job interview later, let's see. Any advice for Olive for their job interview later? Whoever's here now, can you go ahead and like this video for me, please? I'd really appreciate that. Please like this video, comment, share, Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see here. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to see you guys next time. Olive. Okay. Any advice for her for this job interview later? There is so much opportunity in this situation. Okay, you kind of just have to go for it, or that's what you did, and that's why this opportunity was given to you. Whatever applies here, Olive. If you feel like you're very emotionally passionate about something, and this job could be what that is, like something that you're very passionate about, and you kind of just went for it. And if that's not the case, you didn't just go for it, well, then it's saying you need to just go for it. Like in this interview, kind of show how passionate you are about this position, about this job, show that your heart's in it, show that you are all about it and you really enjoy it, in your free time as well, just be showing the passion that you have for it, communicating that and expressing that, and really getting them to understand where you're at emotionally with it, and that you're, like, ready to kind of, like, dedicate yourself to it, I guess, emotionally in a way, because it's natural for you. And, if you have to take action in a way, like, you have to do something quick, or you have to be kind of on your, like, you have to be, like, ready to go, like, be ready to go, just be ready to take action on something. They may ask you to, like, do something, like, show that you can do a certain thing, or, I don't know, it's, like, something that just would be kind of unexpected, because it'd be very quick, like, just kind of off the cuff, so be ready to kind of just show what be ready to take action, but you'll have opportunity. The thing I like is that, it's 2 aces here, so it's kind of like you have opportunities here that can be taken advantage of, or taken, in a good way. Like, you can use this to your advantage, which is good. It's not, like, selfish or anything. It's a good thing. It's a job interview. So you have a lot of opportunity here, and it's kind of just, like, know when to take action. Like, don't hold back. This is not the time to hold back. You have to show what your expertise, and just, why you're the person that they should give this job to. But it kind of seems like that's going to put you in a place of, like, not... Like, you might be waiting for a while for them to just respond after this, because this is kind of like showing that you're getting more information before you take another action. So maybe this is just how they're going to be doing it. Like, they're going to be trying to see if you're the person for the job. I would say after this interview, it might take a while for them to, like, communicate again. But just keep, trying to reach out to them, letting them know, hey, I'm that person who really wants the job, like, just reach out to them, because they might be a little slow on that, or it might take them some time to decide. So keep making yourself known after the interview is over and everything, like the days after and the weeks after to come. Just, keep checking in, because it might take them a little bit of time. They're trying to get more information and decide who to choose, I feel like, with that Hanged Man, they're just, it kind of seems like you're at a standstill just waiting. So, be that person to take action and be determined and show your determination. The fire signs are good at, getting what they're determined to get. So it's kind of like, you have to be like the King of Wands and just show how determined you are to get what you're wanting. And, like, almost like you already know that the position is yours. Just go up, not being cocky or arrogant. That's not what I mean. I mean being confident and being sure of yourself and being straightforward and just, being, basically, confident and sure of yourself and your abilities, and to just remind them, like, hey, that's me. Like, don't be, like, shy and don't be apprehensive. Just be the person that they should hire. You know what I mean? Like, if you can act like you're that, just be about it. Just show them your determination, and I feel like that's, that's the advice you're getting, so hopefully that works for you. Show your determination. Be fire. Be fire. I mean, like, leave an impression, Like, burn that place down. Leave an impression. Yeah, good luck to you. Just own it. Go up in there and just imagine it right now. Imagine the interview right now. Watch this video too if you want. If you'd like. I mean, I think you should. Because it'll explain kind of what I'm saying right now. Like, imagine it in your mind, how it's going to go. How you're going to be. How they're going to react. The essence, the whole vibe. The outcome. You know, imagine it in your own mind and just believe it like it already happened. Like daydreaming, you know, but just make it what you want it to be. And imagine yourself being that fire, you know? Being that person that walks up in there and leaves an impression. And when you walk out, they're like, what the fuck just happened? You know, like that's definitely the person that we're gonna probably be choosing, you know? And if that makes no sense to you, watch that video. That link that I just put up there, highly recommend that. In fact, I'm going to watch it again right now. Because I like to watch it every now and then. It's a good video. It really changed shit for me, so it's a positive thing that I feel like everyone should watch at some point. So, with that being said, thanks you guys for being here. I'm glad that I got to read for a lot of new people today. It was fun. So I'm going to be going live again, probably... I don't think tomorrow, well it's 12 a.m. for me right now, so probably not today, September 7th, but I think September 8th, if I do go September, either way. Bye, watch that video, the link I have in the description here, or the link that I have in the chat, watch that shit. Okay.